Hello and welcome back to another episode of Training with Theo, with me, Theo. So today's topic is overtraining versus undertraining. This will probably be a pretty short one too. Chances are, most likely you don't have to worry about overtraining because almost no one has to. Like most people I work out with cut their workouts short. If anything. And overtraining, if you get sore, if you get really sore, that doesn't mean you overtrained. Like you're temporarily fatigued, and sore in a muscle, but like true overtraining, it's different. It's not just your muscles hurting. So undertraining is obviously, if you watched the episode about intensity and volume, it's obviously when you don't take your sets near the level of intensity that you need to, maybe try to cheat and get away with doing lots of sets or lots of exercises, but none of them really hard most of the time. That would be what's going on, I think. Overtraining, it's something like people like me, I think it sounds like you're bragging in some way when you say that most people don't overtrain, but I do. But I'm pretty sure I've experienced it because, take into account too that I was burnt out and worked half time, studied, didn't work or study at all for something. I just had a lot of time, apart from a very strong will, wanting to change and improve. I just had the opportunity to train a lot. I just had the time, and I think I ended up overtraining lots of times. Yeah, you'll know it when it happens. It's when it's more than just sore muscles. I mean, sometimes, of course, if you train legs really hard, you're gonna have days where you go, every time try to stand up and stuff like that. But when you've overtrained, it's like you feel kind of, what should I compare with? Sometimes I just feel like everything is like all tight, drawn together, and I just can't relax whatever I do, and then I feel dry inside, like you need oil in the system or something. Like I can't even move, and the worst part, or it happened to me for a while, that I just woke up in the middle of the night and I was exhausted. They didn't wake up like alert. I just woke up and was exhausted and wanted to sleep, but really couldn't, and I didn't know why. It kept happening, sometimes several times per night. And then I just saw some post on Instagram about overtraining, and that was listed as one of the symptoms, and I had almost forgotten because I'd heard about that before, like, oh man, maybe I've been pushing myself too hard. Yeah. Because, I think I'm one of those guys that like to be sore. After a while, when you train, you're gonna get less sore, especially if you switch to a new program and get used to it and you go for it for a while. You're gonna be used to that stimuli, or you're gonna get better recovery. So, but I always try, and not always, I try to get sore every once in a while because I like it. I feel like I can feel that I put in the effort. So I think for guys like me, sometimes, we can think that when we actually overtrain, we can think that everything is going like it should. Yeah, I'm really sore, but I think I've learned now to see the difference between being sore after a good workout and just being wrecked from all the workouts. Like I felt hungover from deadlifts. Like not even like muscle soreness in a specific muscle, just can't even describe it. Just all dry, and like you feel like dried up. Maybe you're not actually dry, but like how a piece of clothing, if you let it dry, it would get a little stale and stuff. I feel like that, like. But I think having the tendency to overtrain, it's a good trait. It means that you're putting in hard work, you're able to push yourself hard. But don't forget how important, it's great we're training hard, but you have to rest too. That's kind of the nice thing. When you train hard, live kind of a healthy lifestyle and train hard, you know, you can't be lazy almost, because you need so much recovery. You know, like elite athletes, they sleep more than anyone else, and they'll take naps in the middle of the day and stuff like that. It's not because they're lazy, it's because they have to recover from all the hard work they're doing. So, you know, it's not good to overtrain in the long run, but it's, you know, you're on the right track. If you're closer to overtraining than undertraining, I'd say you're more prone to make progress in the long run. But, you know, learn to know your limits. It's fun pushing yourself. I know I want to train all the time. If I could, you know, if there wasn't a limit, if you didn't have to do recovery, I'd be in the gym like for hours every day. So yeah, it's kind of a special thing, you know. For most people, it's about, you know, getting to the gym and actually doing the work. And for some people, it's, you know, knowing when to put in the brakes and take it chill for a bit. Yeah, that's it for this episode. As you may have noticed, I shot 3 at once here in the gym. I don't know how helpful they were to you. I mean, it's just me blabbering on what it's stuff I've been thinking about, and I try to not make like these structured videos with a script and just let the thoughts come out. So probably I missed something, but yeah, let me know what you thought in the comments. Please hit like, subscribe. See you later.